Hello, queens and kings. Welcome to my channel. If it's your first time here, welcome, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. Today we hear this wonderful, gorgeous pattern. We're still on the diamond. I feel like diamond, we might have to revisit it and again because there's so many patterns that we're going to do together. So we are here. We're going to do this pattern. I find this pattern very interesting because it has two borders. It has the black and the white border, and it has these gorgeous colors. And looking at it now, I'm seeing so many mistakes from you know how I do. After I've learned a pattern, I just put it aside. So here I added 5 beads instead of 4 when I was turning. So yeah, it's going to be exciting. This video is going to be in 2 parts, part 1 and part 2. And yeah, let's get started. So I have my needle here and my upholstery thread. I tied 2 knots on top of each other, and I'm going to be using a single thread, meaning I do not join the 2 strands of the thread. So now that we're going to start with our foundation. I'm doing the ums and ums so much. We're going to start with our foundation, and our foundation is a white foundation. Our frame is the white beaded frame, and we're going to start by picking up our stopper bead. So we're going to pick up 1 white stopper bead. The beads that I'm using are plastic 2mm sized beads. Glass beads, they work well also, but you know, I just love plastic beads. It all depends on you. You can even change the size and use bigger sized beads and have a nice belt, you know. So now I'm going to pick up 16 white beads for the foundation. I already have my stopper bead. Now let's do the foundation. And here I have my 16 beads, and I'm going to push them at the end. Now I'm going to turn. So the principle of this stitch is that every time when you turn, you're going to pick up 4 beads. So in relation with the pattern, we're going to pick up 2 white beads and 2 colored beads. The color I've decided to go with is this nice powder blue. So counting from the end, the last bead that we picked up for our foundation, these are my 4 beads here. I'm going to count 4 beads, and on the 4th bead, that's where I'm going to insert my needle, only on the 4th bead. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 4th bead, that is where I am going to insert my needle. I'm going to hold it quite weird. It works for me. And we have our nice. It looks like a loop. So now I'm going to pick up, now that we're not turning, we've already turned. As we finish this line and go to the other end of our pattern, we be picking up 3 beads throughout. We only pick up 4 beads when we're turning or when we're starting a new line. So now I'm going to pick up 1 black and 2 white beads. Here's the 1 black and the 2 white beads. Our counting is going to be the same. We're going to count 4 beads, and we're going to insert our needle on the 4th bead. So we count bead 1, 2, 3, 4. And on this bead, the fourth bead, that is where we make our, I used to say incision before. That's where we're going to insert our needle and we're going to pull. Then we have a situation like this. Now we continue picking up 3 beads. We're going to pick up 2 white beads and 1 black. Here are my 2 white beads and 1 black. I'm going to do the same thing, count 4 beads and insert my needle on the 4th bead. So 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 4th bead, that is where I insert my needle, and then I pull. So now I'm going to introduce a color, which is the color that is the same as this color that I introduced. So I'm going to pick up, remember I have to have 3 beads when I pick up. So I'm going to pick up 2 blue and 1 black. 2 blue and 1 black. Here's my 2 blue and 1 black. Do the same. Count 4 beads, and on the 4th bead, that is where we're going to insert our needle. Okay, so now I'm just going to flip and bring it here. I like working from my right to my left. Okay, so remember, for this pattern, every time when you're turning, every time, let me bring it here, every time when you start a new line, you have to pick up 4 beads. So because for our pattern, our frame is our thin frame, so every time when you have a thin frame, the first 2 beads when you turn are going to be the color of your frame, and then the last remaining 2 beads are going to depend on the pattern that you have. So we're going to pick up 4 beads, and we're going to have, for this color, we're going to pick up 2 white beads that belong to the frame, and then 2 blue, which is this color. 2 white beads and 2 blue. So here is our 2 white and 2 blue. And then we're going to insert our needle into the central bead. So remember, the previous 3 beads that we picked up, we had 2 blue and 1 black. So by central bead, I mean the central bead from the 3 beads that you picked up. That is where you're going to insert your needle. So let me pull. Okay, so this is our central bead. Then I pull. Then I pull my thread nicely. And it's going to be like this. Now I'm going to go back to picking up 3 beads. So I'm going to pick up 1 black bead and 2 white beads. Here's my 1 black and 2 white. Okay, so now we're going to introduce our diamond. So every time when we introduce our diamond, we introduce a new color at the central part of our pattern. This is where we introduce our diamond. And for this diamond, I'm deciding on introducing a navy blue diamond. So I'm going to pick up 1 black, 1 navy, and 1 black, like this. Remember, we have 2 borders. So the white is our white border, and the black the black that we just picked up are going to be the black border. So I'm going to pick up one black. This is the color of our diamond, and then the other black. How is everyone? How is everyone been? And again, I insert my needle in the central bead. It's the new year, 2021. I hope everyone is well rested. So now I'm going to pick up 2 white and 1 black. This is my 2 white and 1 black. I'm going to insert my needle here. And then I pull like this. So I'm going to flip it again. So now we're at the turning point, TP. So every time when you turn, you have to have 4 beads. Remember, for our frame, thin frame, that is important. Every time when you have a thin frame, the first 2 beads are going to be the color of the frame. So in this case, we have a thin white frame, so we're going to have our first white frame. Our first 2 beads are going to be our 2 white beads. And the 2 remaining bead color are going to be whatever color, depending on the pattern that you're doing. So currently with the pattern that we're going to pick up 2 white and 2 white. So you're going to have 4 white beads in total. And then I'm going to insert my needle into the central bead. Remember, like I showed before, from the last beads that you picked up, the central bead. Okay, so now I'm going to pick up 1 black and 2 navy. Here's 1 black and 2 navy. Going to insert it here, and then I pull. You know, I'm at the point where I feel like technology is against me. I'm going to pick up 2 navy and 1 black. Here's our 2 navy and 1 black. But I do have evidence. I have solid evidence. So you know what happened this week? My phone screen is black. It just turned black. Nothing happened. My phone didn't fall. It was not in water or anything hectic that that will make you say, oh, okay, this is why this happened. No. I'm going to pick up 2 white and 1 black. 2 white and 1 black. And it happened on Tuesday afternoon. I went somewhere, and then when I came back and I just took my phone out, the screen was black. So I thought it was a battery thing. So I charged it. But I was like, how? Because it was on like 60%. So every time we're on this point and we're starting a new line, we pick up 4 beads. So our first 2 beads are going to be our 2 white beads forever. When we're doing this pattern throughout, the first 2 beads are the color of our frame. And then we're going to pick up 2 white beads again. So in total, we have 4 white beads. The reason why I'm separating this white is just to clarify that the first 2 white are there because of the color of the frame, and the other white are there because of the color, because of the pattern where we are within the pattern. Now I'm going to pick up 1 black and 2 navy. 1 black and 2 navy. So on Wednesday, I realized that it's not a battery thing, so I thought my phone was completely dead, because every time I try to switch off, click in the button, the one on the side for power, nothing happens. And then I realized that it's a screen thing. I'm going to pick up 3 navy beads. Here's are 3 navy beads. I realized that it's a screen thing because I could hear messages coming in, but the screen will just be black. So I realized, oh, okay, so it's a screen thing. Now I'm going to pick up 2 navy and 1 black. Here's our 2 navy and 1 black. I'm going to insert here. Okay, so now we're turning. Our first 2 is going to be the color of our thin frame, which is white. So the first 2 white beads, and then white, and then black. So in total, we have 3 white beads and 1 black. Then I insert my needle here, and then I pull. So yeah. Oh, so this morning I was struggling because the alarm was on. So how do you turn off the alarm of a phone that has a black screen? So it kept on going to snooze because I would click on the power button. So it did not turn off the alarm completely, it just snoozed. Now I'm going to pick up 3 navy beads. Here are my 3 navy beads. But it's okay. I'm not complaining, but I'm complaining. Because I do have backup. Once I do have a backup plan, I'm okay. Once my plans are not stopped and they just continue as they're supposed to, then I'm not complaining, but I am complaining. I want to pick up 3 navy beads. I did learn something, because I learned to save my contacts on my Gmail. Yeah, so it was a learning curve. There we go. So now we have to close our diamond. We're going to pick up 1 black and 2 white beads, because we have to close our diamond on top. It's a very nice, cute mini diamond. So 1 black and 2 white beads. Insert my needle. So as you can see here, as we're closing, we're finishing not finishing, but the black pattern, the black border, and the white border. So now we're going to turn. So now the first 2 beads are going to be the color of our frame. So I'm going to pick up 2 white beads, and then we're going to introduce a new color and then black. So in this case, I decided to go with orange. I like having a dark and a light, dark light color contrast. I like them, the dark and light, close to each other. So I picked up 2 white, orange, and black. Orange, remember, it's any color that you'd like to introduce. And then I insert my needle here. So I'm quite, you know what I'm struggling with? I'm so attached to that phone. I love that phone so much because my sister gave that phone to me. My cousin sister, but she's my sister. I'm going to pick up two white and one black. Two white and one black. So I'll be going to fix the screen, but I'll only be able to fix the screen end of Jan. I'm planning to fix it end of Jan. No, end of Feb. I'm going to pick up 3 navy beads. 3 navy beads. I'll just have to adjust because I'm addicted to TikTok. So I have to accept that I won't be having TikTok for a couple of days. I'm going to pick up 1 black and 2 white. Here's my black and my 2 white. Another thing that I'm struggling to let the phone go is that I'm quite a sentimental person. I'm very sentimental. I still have letters that me and my best friend in grade 1 that we used to write to each other. Well, we're not best friends now, but then I still have those letters. They're quite cute. So now I'm going to pick up 2 white, 1 orange, and 1 black. I still have every phone that I owned. I'll show you guys at the end. I still have those phones, all of them. Still have, I think I owned 3 phones in my life. I think this is where we're going to stop. Let me just go take the phones and come show you. So, quiz and quiz, this is my first phone ever. It's a nice flip phone. I still have it. And then there was a Samsung E250. I don't know what it is. And then was this phone. Pretty cool. And then it was this phone. And it's this phone. This is my last phone. My Huawei P9 Lite. The broken one. You see? The screen is like this. So yeah. The way I always forget that you guys are not here for my personal life stories, but I tell you anyway. Thank you so much for watching. If you love the content that you're seeing, except for the unwanted information, please consider subscribing. I love you guys so much. I forget that actually you guys are here for a tutorial, not the other shenanigans. See you on the part 2 video the next day. Thank you so much. Bye.